Hey everyone. In this video, we are going to take a look at how we can create this type of product showcase gallery inside PowerApps. In this demo, I have taken a SharePoint list. In that list, I have added one item for Apple AirPod Pro Max, and whatever the images I have kept it in the attachment column. So these columns that SharePoint already has. So I have added few images. All the information you see on the right hand side are the static, but you can completely make it dynamic, and this is really simple. But the main focus will be on this type of gallery, like how we can create this horizontal gallery. When I select any item, how we can show it a preview, and whatever the item is active, then over there opacity will be 100%, but rest of the items will have the 50% opacity. So let's build this from a scratch. I have already created a PowerApps, and this is my screen. I have connected this to my SharePoint list. Now in order to achieve that 50-50% containers, so we are going to insert one horizontal container. For this horizontal container, I'll make it as a yellow color so you can visualize it. Then its X and Y axis will be 0, as we are going to keep it as a completely responsive and according to device height and width. So the width of it will be parent.width and the height of it will be parent.height. After that, we are going to add two more containers. So on the right hand side, that's a normal container, but on the left hand side, we are going to add a vertical container because there are two containers here. So first is to show the preview of that image, and the second one is to for the gallery. So let's go back to Power Apps, click on insert. First, let's add a container. You don't see anything here because by default it's transparent, so I'll make it as a blue background. Then after that, click on insert again, and now select the vertical container. For the vertical container, I will make it as a green color. Now let's switch the sides. Now let me rename these containers so that you can, if you are watching the video and doing hands-on parallelly, so you can know what changes I have did. So let me just rename these containers. So I rename this container. Now select your main container because we want some space in between these two. Just select the main container and select go to gap property and make it as a 16, let's say. So we'll have some little bit of gap in between these two containers. If you want to give the padding from all these sides, you can just keep the padding. By default it is 0. Then if you would like to have some spacing around it, so you can make it like this. After that, select play icon. As you can see, it is perfectly 50-50%. No matter what device I select, it is accordingly. So now select the vertical container. In that, first insert a gallery. Now here we don't have to use the vertical gallery, we are using the horizontal gallery. So just select the blank horizontal gallery. Then for this, I will use it my product showcase list. So let me just go here and connect with my product showcase list. Select the gallery, go to data source, select that list from where we are fetching the data. And let me rename this gallery as now here we are going to select this, click on edit. As we are having only one item here, so I'm going to show the first item only. So here I will make it as the first product showcase dot attachments. In your case, you will have the multiple items. So in my case, I only have the one item, so that's why I'm using this one. So let me just get rid of this scroll bar. So turn off this scroll bar and click on the show navigation. So we'll have a little bit of arrows. Then make template padding as 0, so that will not be having any space. Now turn off this flexible height option, because by default it is taking the complete height of it, but we don't want it. So the height I will select as, let's say, 250. Then click on this edit icon, click on insert, and add one image control. So now as you can see, whatever the images I have added in that attachment, by default they are visible here using this property, this item dot absolute URI. Now to make it height and width managed by the template, so just click on this, make it x as 0, y as 0. For the width, let's say parent dot template width, and the height would be parent dot template height. The reason we are using parent dot template height and parent dot template width, because if we use the parent dot height and width, then it will take the width and height of this gallery, not the specific container, right? So that's why we are using template height and width control. Now select this gallery. If you would like to reduce the template size, you can do it. By default it's 320, calculated using this formula, but in my case I would like to make it as a, let's say, 150 or 250, whatever the height of my gallery is, the same size I want to make, so it will appear as a perfect square. Now let me select this, and if you would like to have some padding, you can do it, so that we can have a space between these two. So let's make it as a 15. Now if you click on this scroll bar, as you can see, the items are navigating. Now how we can show the preview of it, right? So this is really simple. Just select this vertical container, click on insert, and add one image control here. Now for the image control, we would like to make it as a completely dynamic, so it should adopt complete width and the height of this remaining portion. So just turn on the flexible height option and align to container, set this to like this, so that it will fill up in all available space. And just select the gallery and make it down. Now what we are going to do, whatever the item we select in this gallery, that item should appear here. So how we can do that? So just copy the gallery name, go to image control, and on its image property, what we are going to do, whatever the item that we have selected, so we get that property using the gallery product dot selected dot absolute URI. Now if you see, if I click on any other icon, the images are getting changed. Right. Let me remove these background colors. Let me make it white, and for this container, let me give the white color. Now here, as you can see, when I select the item, then only that item is getting highlighted. Rest of the items are getting a little bit of transparent. So how we can do that? Just select the item in the gallery. You see there is an option called transparency. By default it is set to 0, but here we can apply a condition. If this item is selected, then like this. If this item is not selected, then it should be 0.9% opacity, and if 0, that means the 100% opacity here. So if 0.9 is very high, then make it at 0.5, or let's say 8. like this. So if I select this, as you can see, whatever the product images I am selecting, they are getting shown up here. Then if you would like to have some kind of border around it when you select the item, definitely you can do it. Now let me check if we have the border option. Yeah. So here let's say I will give it a border as 4 and let's make it orange color, let's say. Now I want this border to appear only when the item is selected, right? So just click on this border, and here we'll apply condition if this item dot selected, then border style will be solid, and if not, then border style will be none. Now if you see, if I click on any other items, we'll have the 100% opacity and we are getting a border around it. Right, so in this way you can have this kind of horizontal gallery. Now rest of the content here, those are static contents. So basically let me just pull out all the content from here and let me put it. So we are not taking directly from the list. As you can see in my list, I only have this title and the attachment. But in your case, you will be having all of this data in the list. So it is very easy to show that. But the most important part here I wanted to showcase how you can create this kind of horizontal gallery. Now, if you have any questions, any concern about this, how we can make this, just drop a comment below. I will be also sharing a template for this so you can easily download this and replicate it on your side. So the link I will share in the comments. If you have any question, just let me know. Thank you.